Hi everyone, Jinna here, and today I'm happy to finally be talking about a completed Chasm recreation for Halo Flashpoint from the Halo Infinite multiplayer. It's taken quite a bit of time. I think if you've been following my channel on my Patreon for the past 2 weeks, I've been working and printing on this. In total, we're looking at 92 hours print time, and I thought it was around 3 kilos, but I've gone back and double checked. It's 2.6 kilos, which works out in the UK because I buy in bulk around about £26 worth of materials to print. So it's been quite expensive as far as printing goes, but it's been well worth it. I think the results have turned out excellent. I just want to start the video as always by thanking the people who support me and follow me on Patreon, even the free members who download files and just talk and get involved, and makes me keep making more models for you all. But also Conker, Matthew, Lawrence, Gareth Williams, and the Reverend all really appreciate the monthly amounts that you put into the channel, and it just helps me then keep buying more PLA, keep making more structures and hard light shields, card holders, things that I've been making the past few months. It makes things like this possible. So without further ado, what I want to do is take you in and have a closer look at the actual structure itself, run through some of the things in terms of how it all comes together and gets put apart, to help you build it if you've decided to print it yourself. And I think it is going to go up on Etsy and eBay. I've been debating just because of how long it takes to print, but what I might do is find different ways of printing parts, less beds running, and just speed up the whole process. Now I have the whole thing together. So if we go move across to this fancy new camera, we've got a much better view. And I think one thing that stands out really well, apologise for the squeaky chair, is just how detailed and how clean everything's turned out, which I'm really proud of. So I wanted to keep it as accurate as possible to the build and the map itself. So I've managed to get the pillars that you see here, that build up sequential to help you get up to the higher levels, and the bridges, which are integral to the Chasm multiplayer map. So these side pieces up here, if I show you, come apart like this. So they print like that, and you have these little plugs that then go into the top of all these different pieces that you can then build as tall as you want. So one of the things I am considering is making the map adjustable so people can make the map how they want, and they can make it more stories tall if they want or less. It really is personal choice. But as you can see, the whole thing slots together and packs away very quickly. There are some parts that I've glued, and I would recommend gluing just for that extra stability. One of them being the arch. So instead of having this as a plug system, there is the plugs in the bottom, so you could even move that up here if you wanted and put that on here to make an even taller set piece. This is 3 separate pieces. They're quite detailed, as you can see, with the plug systems in the top and the one big archway going across the top. And that has been glued together. And the other elements, only other elements that I've glued, if I move this guy here, over here, move these towers that stand at the end. The reason I glued it, the little lip at the bottom which helps it sit on and balance, when there was weight put on initially it was tipping, so I thought gluing it would solve that, and it has. Now it doesn't look like it should be very sturdy because of the fact that all the weight is past the center point. However, once the 2 side bridges are added and you have that blue hard light bridge that you can see here that's pushing against from the center platform, it makes this incredibly stable. So no matter where you position people, it doesn't topple. As you can see here, very prone to falling over, but once those bridges are in place, and especially this piece pushing out from the center, it really stabilizes the whole thing. So speaking of the centerpiece, we move some more of this out of the way to show you how it all comes. So this is one solid piece as well. You can see that the centerpiece itself is in quite a few different parts, which makes it quite easy to flat pack and put away, which is one of the key things I wanted. I wonder if this part will fall. No, there we go. So this consists of one central pillar, again with that lip that helps catch all of the centre stand on there to stop it going clean through. The hard light printout, so pops over the centre part and helps it fit the theme perfectly. And then yeah, you have the central platform as well then, which slots on. So one of the things I was asked about was how this fits on the square system. So it does fit 8x8. The central platform, if I put that down here, you will see sits on the central 4. And then the bridges have these grooves cut in, so you can see where the square divides, and the same with the hard light bridge. As you can see now, let me double check the camera. Yeah, so you can see where these lines would meet here. That's one square, that's one square, that's a square, and so on and so forth. So it sticks to the square system. As with the rules, all you need to do is make sure that whichever side you're on, your base is more on that side than that side to show which square you're on as you travel across the bridges. So assembly, as you can see, is really quick. It's just a plug and play system, so there's things that flat pack, and then it's just these little plugs in terms of stacking stuff on top of each other. These base parts are solid. There's 6 of these. I'll show you what they look like. So you have 6 of these bases, and then either end it comes with these 2 smaller ones to make it 8 each side. I think that's it really in terms of the structure and how it all goes together. I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. I think it's quite a good recreation of the map. Myself and Sam, who I play with regularly, big shout out to him. We've been discussing how the map is going to play because we're going to have a few games on it shortly. And one of the things we thought is there's nowhere to climb up to these platforms, and we've kept it in terms of these layers here to give ones with jump packs and has-ops and what have you, give them that advantage so they can get up there. And also, if you've got a grappling hook, you can grapple up. Same with these bridges, you can't really get up to these bridges, but you have these towers which cover 2 squares, so you just move 1, 2, you're up here, you're then able to move to here, or a bridge, or the central platform by transitioning. And again, the rules say that you can move up 1 square if there is something that you can clamber or ladders, which is why the game already had these grooves cut in on the sides, and it fits perfect because it means you can just use your Spartans to from this square to here, because technically they can clamber up the side of here to then get up. Apologies, very low tech here. I have to go back and forth and click buttons to transition. So I hope that shows the map in great detail and how it works. Like I said, it's all flat pack. What I'm thinking of doing is breaking it down so people could just purchase a base and these sets and just have that as opposed to buying the whole map. Or I will start doing the whole map. I might give it a little bit of time before I move on to selling the whole map, just because I said it's taken about 2 weeks to print. It's been quite a tall order. My wife has lost her dining room table, so she's very happy that I'll be packing this away, ready to go on games nights out soon, so she can reclaim the table as well. And I just wanted to show again in a bit more detail the light bridges, and so you can see that central groove that runs down the bridges, and it helps you determine where the squares separate on the board as well to make it as clear as possible. I'd love to know what you all think in the comments, and if there's any questions you have at all, just let me know. Pretty quick video. All of the files are on my Patreon. It's free, so patreon.com/thejinner. You can get this and you can print it. This dice tower terrain piece is also on there. I know I've shown that before, but this is actually for use in the game. It covers a 2x2 square foot on the board, and then the top half is a dice tower where your command dice can be stored here, and they come out on this little platform built on live fire, which is a map I would love to revisit actually and do more terrain for, but I might hold off doing a full map build again just for a few weeks. I need to recover from this one. But thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.